LB Tap, and you are listening to Consciously Tapped In. All right, y'all. As promised, I brought my people back. Like, everybody was able to be here. That's really rare when dealing with 5 adults, who have lives. So I appreciate you. Look, she was like, I almost wasn't here.
I almost know that message was sent a week ago. So
Cause you not on your backup page no more. You back on your
next week. I was like, oh yeah, cool. I'm free next Sunday. I got this. This morning at 9:30, I checked it and I was like.
That's today.
No, really though, because if y'all remember from the first episode of, I think I was calling it Tapping Into All Things Dating.
She's in
we
jail.
was talking about her page. Yeah, she was in Facebook jail. So when I added her to the group, it was the Facebook jail page, but she out of jail, so she on her other one.
Yes.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. Think about it.
That's a lie. But we here. Cause I just all right. Okay, y'all. So we are getting into part 2 of Tapping Into All Things Dating. I feel like on the first episode we didn't really go into depth about certain things, but at the point of it taking that turn, it was like a dang, all right, we got to get up out of here or whatever. I'm trying to remember. So let's just say from just, I guess, childhood experiences, growing up. I always like to go back to that with anything that I tap into. Like, what did you see? I think I asked you, but see the idea or what dating looked like healthy dating, healthy relationship. Okay, yeah, because you got into seeing your dad being.
Yeah, we just became Facebook friends.
You and your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, look, this is about to turn into a whole. Right.
And even liking the worst shit that I post.
But you said the worst though. Isn't all your stuff the worst?
It is, but Daddy don't like it though.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Since we, whatever. Anybody?
For me, it was I'm the youngest boy in my family. My mom, she had 6 sisters and 1 brother, and I'm the baby, and all of them had kids. It must have been cold summers. But they showed me how to, I guess, not treat women, but a lot of them still rubbed off on me anyway. So my cousins, they the best. My cousins is they really are. When I was young, growing up, they didn't let me do anything they did. So when it came down to getting in trouble, being with girls, anything like that, my cousin, he literally bet me every year in my high school, hey, I give you $50 if you go through high school without doing anything with a girl. And then it turned $100 senior year. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20.
Goodness,
I didn't drink alcohol until I was 21. If it was my dad gave me a little beer, whatever. But when they would drink, they wouldn't let me have anything, not even a taste. So when I turned 21, my cousin, he gave me the Birds, Grey Goose, and Henny. And so he gave me both bottles, and he said, "Do whatever you want. You a grown man now." Yeah, boy. And then when I was, I'll say this, that's not true. When I was 13, they was doing their thing, and they had, what is that, Everclear. But I didn't know it at the time. And they was all doing their thing, and they was like, if you drink it, then you got to drink all. Don't waste it. And I didn't know what it was. I just seen all my cousins doing their thing. So I almost died.
I bet you did. That's devil in a bottle.
Nothing. And then I had, of course, my best friend. He's my older brother. Eric, and when it came down to stuff in school, same thing with girls, he'd pick up a girl and drop her the next day. I couldn't even talk to him. He'd be like, "Hey, nah, it's not you." Or if it came down to them doing something outside of what was supposed to happen, he'd either keep me away for it or just tell everybody, "Hey, he don't do that type of stuff." So I was always protected that way, but I still had that influence growing up, and so I knew how to treat women and how to be respectful based off my parents and the things that I was told that not to do, and I saw them doing and how it hurt. And some, like I say, some of them still rubbed off on me in a bad way, but a lot of the stuff that they taught, I still uphold to a high standard.
Yeah. Okay. You move your hand. First of all, move that mic up close to you, cause I ain't trying to.
She was
have
playing with the mic like,
oh
my goodness,
Lord.
you seen that shit and broke it.
Cause it seemed like you.
I told somebody the other day, I got conflicting things going on, but I'll just speak on behalf of my mom. My mom has been single for 30 some odd years.
What's her number?
Right.
My grandmother has not been with anybody since like 19.
Oh my God!
And then she had 5 girls. Out of the 5 girls, only one of them has been married since she was like 18, 19 years old. They've had relationships, but none of them lasted. And they're single, so they don't date. You don't see them. There's no example of good relationships, how you're supposed to be with a man. Their mentality is get with a man with money. You need to get, he's supposed to take care of you. If he ain't got no money, if he don't have a good job, if he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, and not just money, he's supposed to pay for everything.
Oh.
But that's what I watched, what I saw. I don't.
This man about to have a heart attack.
That's what I saw, but I went totally the other way, which is, I guess, a bad thing, because I was looking at them like, I want to be that type of chick. Yeah, I can make my own money. I can take care of myself. I can do what I want to do. I mean, if you got money, cool, but I got my own. I ain't got to worry about you. The issue with that is I went totally to the extreme. So I was taking care of dudes. Like, I was paying bills. I had 2 cars. Everything that came in the house was in my name. Cars, houses, credit cards, phones, everything. Your cell phone is in my name. Everything was in my name. I was everything. All you do is go to work, and come home. I got your food ready when your food is in the microwave, because you get off after I do. Sex when you want. Like, that's the type of chick I was. Look at him. but that's, I went the opposite of what I saw, and that's just because I grew up not wanting to be single, but I also wasn't that type of chick that was going to just get with somebody to be with somebody. And so I just got a conflicting type situation. It's like, I say, I'm going to date and I'm going to be with somebody, and then the same token, I'd be like, nah, I'm good by myself.
Yeah. Well, I was the same way in the sense, as far as the extreme independence, not necessarily like your phone in my name and this not none of that stuff, but when it came to the living conditions, like the bills, all the bills in my name, because it, almost with everything I say, I'm a mother. Like, so at the end of the day, I always got to make sure I'm good and my baby good. And ain't nobody going to be able to take nothing away from me or hold something over my head. Like, nah, this mine. So you got to go. So that meant, like, light bill in my name, apartment in my name. I got my own car, like stuff like that. But even though all that's in my name, all right, you here. So, you contributing, so it was to that. And it's hard for me to, I don't know what episode I said to something, but to give in to people, to give in to someone and like trust
that they're gonna take care of it. That was the issue. My ex, that was his issue. I never understood that. Like, I can't take your manhood. Either you're gonna be a man or not, But for me, he was always like, well, there was no reason for me to be a man, because you was the head of the household. You did everything, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But in a way, it kind of does, because if I don't demand anything from you, then you can come in and do whatever you want to do, and it's just, what I'm saying, when the rent come around, rent due on the first, but if by the time the first come around I already paid it, then it's like, okay, I'm paying. I didn't pay the rent, I didn't bought the groceries, I didn't did that. That's one of the things my mom and them always said. Your name is always on the lease, so they can't put you out.
Yeah,
they can't put you out. You can't never get put out. I live with a dude. They can't put you out because that's your house. I can put you out. you never go
I
put me
used to
out,
use that
ever.
as a tool too. I mean, in that unhealthy, like toxic ass relationship,
yeah,
you can always throw that shit. Like
Get your shit
look at this way.
Oh, wait.
He over here destroyed. You know what? Man, but that's in the unhealthiness of it. Like, you know, you don't look towards those things when you're happily dating someone or in a relationship with someone, you know, that I want to like dating. What are certain like expectations that you have when you're seeking someone or are dating someone before you even take it to like the level of, okay, like I want to move forward with this person? Like what do you look for in a I'm trying to figure it out.
I would
It's
say
like we so dang on.
I'm trying to figure that out, honestly.
I would say it's more of what you want in a person, because if I'm looking for this certain type of person, like she gotta have this, but 9 out of 10 you're gonna be lacking one thing that I might have to overcome later on.
Or overlook.
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 No, isn't it? Do you set up for yourself before you start dating somebody? Like, I'll take all of these except this. Like, is there one thing that you in the dating realm that you say it's okay if she does this or he does this or whatever? But is that one thing that you just like? I'm not gonna be able to tolerate that.
Yeah, but I overcame it because it was like this one thing, but the good outweighed the bad.
So in that case where you had that one thing, that one standard where you was like, that's definitely what I don't want, and you overlooked it to be with that person, did that relationship last?
It lasts longer than I expected, but
So no.
it
What
did
is
not.
What does that count?
I guess because I dealt with it for
I mean,
so
I
long.
wasted a lot more of my time.
That's kind of what I was getting to.
Nah.
Like, did you know, because was it a good?
It was a
overlooked
good
it as a
relationship.
benefit, or
It was a great relationship because I got two things out of it. But at the end, it was like,
Please tell me they weren't diseases.
No, it's talking about the kids, man. The kids.
if he got diseases out of
Saying.
He talking about the
He
kids.
said I got two things out of it.
He said no, you said a good thing.
Oh.
You need to, sir.
Jeez, sir. Must we be so extreme?
oh Lord.
I'm sitting here shaking.
Yo.
No, but I got two things out of it, so it was like, okay, but those two things didn't make the relationship better because it was already going down.
I got you.
Yeah.
But so we just end up just saying, okay, let's just call it quits.
For me, it's independence. Like you have to be independent because I don't want you.
Like an extreme, like Trey Renee, or like
No, just be independent. Like I don't want you calling my phone when I'm at work constantly. I don't want you calling my phone constantly or texting me, and then if I don't text you back within the 2 minutes, then you got like phone. What are you doing?
We'll see. And red flag. That's someone who obviously has attachment issues.
see, but
Insecurity.
That too, but it's one of those balances though.
Yeah, if it's mutual and y'all both loving it, like if you can, like so excited to be messaging her too, and that's different. But if you feel,
but then as the way you started too, if you started that relationship,
that part
that whole before you got that, I can't say that. Okay, so before y'all took it there or whatever, you started it with the conversations all the time. Hey, how you doing? Hey, all day long. Then when things go a little further, you like, nah, don't be texting me all day long. It's like, no, that's the way it started.
that's
me.
the expectation.
She said that.
Like,
Like,
I'll
don't
start
be-
off like, as soon as you get that thing up, I'm like, ugh.
Yo.
Why is she texting me all the time? Like,
I messaged. Can I? I messaged Kiana Shonda about, coming back or whatever. And she, like, it took her a while to reply. I think she replied the next day, and she said, I'm not going to lie. She said, when I heard my phone go off that I had a message, I thought it was Peter, so I ain't even want to. I was like, oh, I thought you was feeling Peter.
And I was on all my posts. That was my baby. That was my. I think even before.
Yeah.
Before, yeah. This girl ain't reply to my whole message because she thought it was me.
I heard it and was like, I blocked him.
It does. It does. That attention hit harder when you actually like them. When you actually like the person and you into that person,
Feeling that person.
them texting you all day, or them calling you, or them sending you little stuff is cute. But then when you don't like them no more, it's like, no.
Look, I'm having a little moment.
But that's literally me. Like, unless you keep my interest after that, like, start talking about something new. That's when they start hitting me with the "what you doing" text.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
Okay, like, no, I'll disappear in a heartbeat. I'll just
So y'all know I
Thank
got
you.
a whole little piece on in a generation of what you doing, ass niggas. I know there's a handful of you been on my mind. Allow me to take you out, man. It was a good feeling of like speaking to someone, and for a long time they never asked me what you doing. But at the point of them doing that, I kind of giggled. I thought it was cute, and I thought it was like this. I was like, because it made me think, man, that person like never asked me. Like the conversation was always just so great, and it never started on some basic ass what you doing. Send me a picture. Let me pull up. Like that. Yeah, that kind of thing. So man, look, hey, whatever you go for.
I don't remember who I was talking to.
That-
My number 2, so I need you to send me a picture so I can remember who you are, so I know whether or not to talk to you or to block you. I'm just saying.
That's why you got to put the name of the place and not the name of the person.
But I mean, at the time,
That's
I'm
what
a
you do.
mom.
Golly,
Everybody
well,
online.
man,
You do. You
All right.
got to do like
Everybody
Dating
online, so it was
tip
like you,
number one.
this online.
Put the name of the place and not the name of the person. That's dating.
That's
tip.
why you got to do. You got to do Denny's blue dress.
No, but then it's kind of like, well, dang, who are you?
That's how you remember. Because if you give them like, because most people be like, oh, I don't save numbers, and if you don't save numbers, then you don't remember the person.
Is
unless
that
you
what?
go back
Would you
and-
tell someone that like when
Yeah.
y'all exchange?
How many numbers have you saved in your phone
That's red
recently?
flag number one. Like,
I
ooh.
remember like the area code in the first 3 numbers. That's it. And that's it.
Or you scroll back
Oh
through it, and you're
my
like,
God!
Scroll back through the thing.
The
Like,
fact is
what
that-
are we talking about? Oh, okay, that's who that was.
This is the worst panel ever. This is the worst.
But you gonna remember them because you be like, oh yeah,
yeah, that
Denny's.
was-
Oh God, yeah. You was the cute one with the glasses. Yeah. Oh, I mean, you was the other one.
Oh.
Gotcha. My bad.
Oh my, and look, I know it's just kind of like, have y'all noticed that a lot of the conversation that we've been having, which I'm trying to tap into, has been about the phone and like the just the messaging and this and that. Like, is that what dating is in 2019?
Yes.
Just
Yeah, because it's like a click away.
it's like a click away. I ain't
everything-
gotta come see you. I ain't gotta
I
spend
mean, you
no-
have FaceTime.
I am spending money on you
yeah.
when I pay my cell phone bill, girl.
Exactly.
I think FaceTime is the best tool nowadays.
Yes, and I have to say that I agree with that. The video chat is awesome, and because a lot of
Virtual dating. Okay, tapping into everything. We gonna change this name. Tapping into virtual dating. Keep going,
The
sis.
video
Keep going.
chat is awesome because like I said, I'm a mom and I don't have a lot of time to go out and meet people. So I was dating online. But the pictures that people post online sometimes is not them.
Yeah.
So when you do the video chat or whatever, you get to actually see the person that you're talking to or that you've been talking to. I've had so many instances where I've been talking to a particular person and I'm like, okay, we can meet at a public place. The person that rose up is not the person that I've been talking to.
You gotta be bold to do that.
I know,
I had
like,
one, no, seriously, I had one guy, I promise, we had been talking for
She
like
clapping,
months.
y'all.
And I was like, hey, we gonna meet up or whatever. So he pulls up and he walks up to the door and I'm like, you're not the person. Because I had the picture pulled up. You're not who I've been talking to. Yes, I am. No, you're not. You're not in this picture. Yes, I am. Okay.
Look, he
so-
changed his. Like,
Zoom in.
This me on the
And
right.
it's the dude in the
In
back.
the picture, it was a guy that was standing full, his profile in the picture right here. On the side, there was some cars, and there was a dude.
Stop it,
sitting
Trey
on the
Renee.
side in the
Stop.
car.
Stop.
He gonna say, "I'm the one sitting on the car,
Stop
leaning
it.
in the
No.
picture." I said, "Well, this is ended.
That
Like
not
this
work.
is done. Like this is not happening."
There's only been one guy that I actually video chatted and like we were talking on Facebook and then we videoed through Facebook and we both just kind of smiled because we looked exactly the way we did.
It's like
Them folks like
So refreshing.
Like, okay,
That is refreshing.
like you right.
Yeah, you do look like your picture, your profile. But
I love
God,
this.
dog.
I love this. Da-da-da.
it's like, oh, you're cute. No.
Oh my goodness. Well, because of the person that I am so like I am a texter for sure. It's to the point where I will be nervous about the first phone call and like just jumping into that because I have this thing about I don't know, just speaking, but because I get my thoughts and words across better when I message or whatever. But aside from that, I am a let's meet up, let's do something type person or whatever. So that I think that's where my frustration lies if someone never like wants to do this. So that'll automatically make me be like, okay, well then this ain't gonna go nowhere or whatever. And it's never about having to spend money. I've been on lunch park dates, like, and it is the best thing ever. Like, just because I love the nature, and just I don't like it doesn't have to be about money or whatever. But I am that type that's like, okay, let's go to the museum, or this is coming to Houston, let's go. And it's good when that's received well, and the like you are just so parallel within, that it makes it a lot more fulfilling. Like you actually feel like you dating.
But that you do not happen. And I was like, you are making suggestions of things to do and not just relying on him to just, hey, we're going to do this, or what do you have planned for us for Saturday? I ain't have this plan. I was going to watch the game. Yeah.
Really
And
wasn't
so,
thinking about you.
like,
I really wasn't thinking about your 83245.
For real. Like, no.
Oh, snap.
because as soon as we hear, all right, when a guy hears that a woman wants to take care of him, or a girl wants to go on a date with him, it's two things: money and food. Like, you trying to eat for free,
Say something else.
and
Oh, hold on. What you wanted to get into? Hold on.
Oh no, go ahead.
No.
We
Okay,
were-
he gonna finish. No.
we was talking about eating, and she just skipped subjects.
That's
anyway,
what it was. The part two was the sex part of dating.
Oh, okay. We can do that like the last.
Oh, my
'cause
goodness.
We buddy.
Inappropriate as hell. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Don't worry
snap.
Food.
yeah, yeah.
He hears money and food. Go ahead.
Toppings? What?
Strawberries. Oh, snap. Cypher. Okay. All right. Go on.
Food.
Okay.
Nah, but that is different for, I mean, and a guy would enjoy that I guess upfrontness of saying, hey, I like to do these things, or surprise me with things that don't necessarily cost me. And you ain't got to spend that much because we automatically thinking we got to show out or we got to impress. I mean, for a grown person who's already been through that, nah, but for the younger generation, that's what they see on TV. That's what they see in the media. So they automatically think, hey, I got to spend my check from Pizza Hut and all that I got on gas.
Pizza Hut, dude.
Nigga,
But
yeah, you
there
got real
was
jobs
a
somewhere.
dating question that was put out about whether or not people should date if they are not financially stable. And it was interesting, the comments that were coming back that was like, no, but it was mainly on the male side. Because the way I was raised is if I ask you on a date, I pay. And so if the guy asks you on a date,
Like, where?
Where the women's that's the type I need.
But no, seriously.
Yeah.
Or if we go out, like maybe it's the first date or whatever, if I'm suggesting, like, hey, I suggested I want to go out with you. We want to go out. I want to go see this movie or whatever. You buy the tickets. I buy the food. You know what I'm saying? That's how I work. But it was the comments were mainly on the male side. Well, he shouldn't take you out if he can't afford it, he shouldn't take you out. But it was like, okay, but if the girl can't afford to go out,
Thank you.
then
You shouldn't go.
should she still go on the date?
I mean,
Should she still go on the date? Because you can't afford to go out, yet you expecting him to take you to Eddie V's.
Yeah.
So you can buy,
They
know,
got some
two
good crab
glasses of wine and steak and shrimp and lobster or whatever. But
I
yet you
never
can't
been
even
Eddie
put the tip on the
You
table.
ain't never been at Eddie
Because you
V's?
can't afford it. You can't afford the
I am
tip.
so
And
like.
Man, they got
it's
some.
funny
They got
because
this
I was in a
margarita.
situation like that recently.
I don't go
Like Friday, I went out. Well, this girl invited me. She wanted to go out to eat. She wanted to go sushi. I just learned how to eat sushi, so it's like not a big deal. So
That ain't a
said,
code
sure.
name, is it?
Hmm?
That's not a code word, is it?
No, no,
Okay.
no, sushi. Actually, sushi.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, actually, sushi bar.
I sure hope it's a grown man. He just started eating sushi, if that is a cold word.
Raw fish, son.
My kids may be watching. Let me keep it
Yeah, my
PG-13.
bad. My bad. Yeah, my bad.
Nah, so she ordered all this stuff. I'm thinking, okay, she asked me out, she gonna pay. The bill come. Oh, I guess I got the tip, and I'm like,
That's
Oh, are you
so, and the bad part about it, and I just paid like rent, like light bills and stuff. I'm like, I just put my head down, and that was like a big turn off. So now she's like, oh, she's on my blacklist now, but it's like.
Yo, these
That's
real.
another question of like, do you discuss that before y'all go out? Like,
Mm.
we getting
No,
ready to go out on a date. What kind of things do you like? What your financial status is? What's my budget when we going out? That type of thing.
Some
Is
people
that
may be,
ever-
So-
you know what? Some people may be embarrassed about that.
Yeah, that- I
financial
mean, and,
part,
yeah.
and I'm
And,
like,
see, and so that's the thing. It's kind well, I don't know. Like, how can you? If somebody is interested in you and they ask you out on a date, then that's different. Then yes, but I guess that would be where you're like, no, you just need to know if you should be in a dating pool or
First
not.
of all,
I guess.
and this is the way I was. My sister and I told her, if a guy takes you out, he orders first, unless or he orders for you, and that
So
is
you
the
can
determining
know-
factor where the. And no, I'll say this.
Get a pan of the expression.
Independent goosebumps.
So,
all up on my
and-
arm right
well,
now.
this is where the conversation prior and leading up to it comes. Because if I know what your likes and dislikes are, if I know what you're allergic to, if I know what you're eating this week, and if you're in a fit mood or whatever, then I should be able to order your meal. I should be able to order that for you, and I should be able to pay for it. On a first date.
Not on the first
Not on
date, though. On the first
So
date,
if I take you,
order me,
if I take you to Fogo de Chao, let's just say that, and you've never been to a Vietnamese restaurant a day in your life, and you can't read anything on the menu, and I know that you like walnut chicken. I know this, and so I have to say, I need some fungi samoy. Are you going to know what that is?
Ratchet girl. Don't be getting that with no fungus on it.
first of all, I'm gonna be.
They gotta have
Yo, you took me
subtitles
to
at the
this-
bottom of the-
So
I'll be like, I'll be like,
But I'm
Let me
saying,
step away
but,
to the
but
restroom
even
real
if you
quick.
don't,
Google,
like
what
I
does
said,
that
even
say?
if you don't order for her, if you let him order first, then you know, like you say, what is my budget? You know that. When I take my brothers out and whatever, they be like, hey, what's my budget? You can get whatever you want, or you can be like, hey, it's $25, and then and that's $25 me, $25 you, it's $50 if I know you ain't got it. But if for a lady being courted or being treated by a gentleman, I think for her to be ordering all that crap and you like, I wasn't prepared to. I could pay my half.
water.
When you said Fogo de Chao, you brought up a memory of date night I had with my ex.
Mm-hmm.
It was my treat. Everything was on me. I had bought the pre-tickets at the Palladium for the Star Wars movie. I had made the 7 o'clock reservation for Fogo de Chao, all of that. And so, everything is coming, and he orders a drink, and he's like, oh, babe, I'm paying for my drink. No, don't insult me. I said this was all on me. He ended up paying for the whole meal and the tip, and I was just sitting there. I was so irritated. And so then when we got to the Palladium, I had to go show him my card, because I prepaid for the tickets or whatever. He's standing there fidgeting. He don't know what to do. He looked because he's used to paying for everything.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there like, I'm like, you don't look like a bum, fool. Like
That's-
they don't
That's
know
the
us.
I took
that's
a-
the uncomfortability as well of going both ways though, because I've met dudes down here in the South that you don't touch the door, don't
and
pull
that's
your
him.
chair out,
That's him.
don't, you know what I'm saying? They are men that are like,
is him.
I'm paying for this. You better not touch your wallet. That type
Yep.
of man. I don't meet a lot of them, but I have met them. So for you to
I
pay
ain't
for
one.
everything, he looking around like,
He looking like he felt like he a bum. So
Like-
we go upstairs and he like, I got us some drinks.
It's like he
I just
feel like-
in these little bottles of Crown.
Hey, come through, she a real one.
Shitting on my teeth. Like, what is going?
Oh my gosh, that is too
I had all
funny.
this shit planned out. But it was just like
she said, I
we go,
snuck in these
Little
little
bo-
bottles
yeah, you
of
gotta do
Crown.
that.
Look,
She know,
she's
she's been
so
to the movies
real.
before. She know what it is. She been to Duckville.
I said,
I just know how to have a good time.
Yeah.
So and he was always like that. We went to another time Smash Burger. He's standing at the register. He don't know what to do.
to
And I'm
do.
like, we had Smash Burger. Like, I'm used to.
Hey,
It's weird.
I used to be like that. Honestly, I used to, but I had to. You have to learn to let go, and that it's okay for somebody to treat you like you treat
On the
others.
register, like what they said it was. How much was it? Like I'm right there. I'm with it when he paying for it. Like.
so if
Like,
I'm
you
the
know
type
what I
like
mean?
if it's my idea, for the most part, I'm like if I say, hey, I want to go here, then boom, I'm already buying the tickets. Letting you know whatever. That's just the type that I am. I like to maybe just take turn, make it a thing. Like, no, you did last time, so it's on me this time. Like I'm that type. I do not feel like a man should have to always pay for everything every single time. And then when you say if that person has children or whatever, like I think about stuff like that. Like if I'm what you're doing with me, like taking money out of your household. I mean, where with your
That was
kids
his
or whatever.
biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his thing too. And like I told him, you think I would really spend this extra money if my kids weren't already taken care of? Like they're situated already. Like they got what they need. This is my extra money taking you out on the
There's
table.
no such
But
thing
that
as
was
extra
always-
money.
Well, it is for entertainment. But when my kids are good, there's groceries in the house, all my bills are paid, we're good. This is like my entertainment money, and I'm using it on you. Don't worry about them. I would never spend my
Of course, yeah.
extra money on you and not them. That would never happen.
But you do
So-
have people like that though.
He knew me. We was together 3 years.
Another thing about paying and the fidgeting thing, it's just recently happened. I was wondering because it was my idea to go see a movie or whatever, and so I was like, I wonder if because he's standing here and I'm paying, like if the person at the window
window,
is looking
yeah.
like, dang, he a bum, like because people are so judgmental.
They do that.
And I wonder if he feels weird, but it's just like, really, like you just went all.
There are certain things though. Have you ever pulled up to a gas station and saw the girl pumping the gas and the guy sitting in the car?
Or filling the tire.
Right. So in my head, those types of things, I'll be like, no, what
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
here for? Like
yeah.
if I'm outside changing my tire,
But
what you
No.
here for?
Oh, was that a
No.
butt? Hey, look, explain that butt.
Yeah.
I get on to my sons if mine has to. If she got a pump, oh no, that is not a way. There's not a day.
so
Friend, like make me
I put it like this.
understand.
I've been in situations where my baby mama, she got out, went to go pay and start pumping. I'm in with the kids, whatever. But I feel like if you already out, let's go ahead.
Oh my God! You know what?
Finish
If anything, we can boast it in the car because the gas pump pump itself
Just
these
stick it in
days.
there.
You know, so like,
Almost got into a
but
fight about that because I've always been if I pump, you pay. If I pay, you pump. Type of thing.
Yeah. it's
oh well,
just
then
good
I would
kids.
I would
I
never.
pumped and paid. Oh, chick, I
I'm
don't
not
even know
doing
how you getting home right now. That's where it was. Like I was mad. I was drunk. So.
But
But it-
that was a cousin, and she
Yeah,
was a
my cousin.
girl. Okay, well that's but nah.
Perception is a big thing.
It is.
And that-
and dating perception is a huge
And that's
thing.
where you can help. Or this is what happens usually. She'll slide me her card before the waiter comes back. And so it doesn't appear to him like, oh, you making your girl pay for it, or it'll just be some
I've done that.
exactly.
Because I never want, even if we have an understanding,
Yeah.
I don't want anyone looking at you less than.
Right.
And you having to feel that type of shit. I swear I've done that before. It's funny you say that.
I've never done But that's an idea.
I think I did that with my ex. Yeah.
But I never was on the judgmental thing. Like, I mean, if your girl pays for it, your girl pays for it. If you gotta pay for it, you gotta pay for it.
If
I
y'all
never
together, y'all
been-
want it all come out the same. That's what
Yeah,
we
you know what I'm
always
saying?
say.
It come out the same
It come
household,
out the
so-
same. We don't care. You got this time. We all got it. Like,
In the dating thing, at what point do you bring in sex with that person?
The vibe has to be right. I'm sorry.
He was quick to the move.
The vibe has to be right.
Okay.
So I'm
You going out vibes, not time.
yes, vibe. That's it.
They said vibes, nigga.
I mean, it just got to be there.
Yeah.
So okay,
Is the number saved yet? Like,
I know.
No, it don't even have to be. It really don't have to be.
It just,
he say the number ain't even gotta be saved.
What phase you catch me in.
yeah.
Depends on what phase you catch me. There are some people that is if it's been like 6 months or whatever, and you catch me in that coming out of the 6-month sabbatical phase, and I just met you, and it might be your night. But other times it might not be your situation. I might talk to you for 3-4 months before things go down. So it all depends.
Girl, speak your truth.
You were finna say something.
Oh, I thought we were like flipping a coin, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think my shortest time was like 3 hours. See, but
Yo, I love her for her truth, man. Come
it
on.
was 3 hours, but it was the vibe. Like, okay, so it's my ex for
Yeah.
12 years. Like, that's the crazy part about it. It was 3 hours. Met him at a swingers club.
We kind of
Oh,
like
yeah,
we
we
went
did
into
that
that on the
last
fir-
time.
Yeah, that's you said, gentlemen. Yeah.
Look, tell me more.
Yeah, I was a whole lifestyle.
Tell me more.
But that was his first time there. So, I had to get him in because you can't get a guy in without a girl. So, whatever. I didn't know him. I was like, chubby ass.
Like, yeah, let him in.
Yeah, so he's watching me sit on all these couples' laps and flirt with husbands and wives, and I'm all over the place.
Uh-huh.
And he says, he's like, I was watching your little whore ass just. I came back to the table, like where he was, just sitting there looking,
Yeah. Like you.
drunk. I was like, ooh. So my friend and his friend was there, and they started kissing. I was like, we could do better than them, goddamn it. I was like, what's your name?
I'm
We could do a
done.
lot better
What's your
than that.
name again?
And so we kissed, and I was like, oh, so where do you work? Like,
That connection.
Just
Oh,
off a
yes.
kiss. Now she want to know like
now
more
I wanna
about.
know what he doing, how whatever. So afterwards, he was like, well, what are you about to do? I was like, shit, go on with you. How old are you? And I'm like 5, almost 6 years older than him. So he's fresh. He's damn near out of college. Like, you know what I mean? I'm bringing 2 kids to the table and shit. So he like, okay, fine. So we did what we did all that night. The next morning, he took me home. I go upstairs to my apartment, my phone ringing. I'm like, hello? Because we never exchanged numbers, nothing. And I was like, who is this? He was like, the nigga that just dropped you off. I was like, how did you get my number? He said he called my phone from his phone to get my number. He was like, you wasn't even finna give me your number. Like, I should have known then you was.
You was a.
Yeah, here we are. 12 years later.
Yeah, dang. See, you can't.
That's what I.
I get what. So with that, do you just say it's about the connection? Like, and
It was
I mean, you should
definitely
definitely be careful, be safe, and stuff like that. But who knows? I don't know.
Definitely.
I married my one night stand, so I can't really I can't-
Yeah.
You say you say you've never had one?
No, I married him.
Oh, you married your one night stand. Y'all hear this?
We had one night stand in the military, and we got married. I have my oldest is by him. Yeah, it was a whole deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I.
Yeah, so that.
I could have like so many memes from yours truly face this entire, like every time I just having a turn, it's like a look.
Yeah, your coin has been flipped, sir. It's your turn.
Oh, I thought we was got
No,
to
no,
get
no,
my
no,
man.
No, he already did. He was like the vibe.
B-tap, do your thing.
He tapped. Oh shit! Look, I'm just asking the questions here.
I know, right?
Girlfriend,
Now you shy. The mic on you. Speak to the mic, sir.
What was the question?
No.
At what point do you bring in sex?
Oh, let me think. Prior to dating, no, that's prior to dating. Like so I waited with my ex-wife. Waited. And like I said, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 20. Then I I caught up on time. We'll say that.
Make it all these 20 years.
Yeah. But I learned from a previous ex after we waste time. Like, if your sex ain't good, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. So before we even start, conversing.
Ebonics conversating. I mean, conversating.
But I love talking to them, and then get to it.
Just everything,
wasting
just
my
like.
fucking time.
Yeah.
I get ghosts.
Before you even,
I
so
get ghosts.
yeah, I'm
It's
before
like,
the dating. I'm before the dating, before the really getting to know each other and all that. Yeah, we can like get it in one good time and make sure it's a good time because just like women value theirs, I value mine. My nigga is good and he know what he doing. And. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Anyways,
Oh,
but it's just like you said, we all grown, and so that's one of the facts of life. After a certain age, your parents should just automatically. My dad, he told us, like me and my brother, when we were like young, he was like, if you see a man and a woman together, they together. And he's like, they'll tell you that they brother and sister later, but if you see them together, then don't even approach her as you trying to talk to her unless you get that understanding that they are either cousins, best friends, or something like that, just to not be disrespectful. So in that, as you get older, you learn that if you see a man and a woman together, just automatically assume they fucking. They having sex. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm good. Nah, 'cause I know I can get deep.
You and me both, bro. Was that another code? Was that another code?
I'm cold word. I'm just here.
Not a cold word. I can get deep. Okay, so not the humble. We gonna get deep. Bro, let's do
He
it.
said it with a straight face.
Let's put it on the table. Let's do it.
Sex. I feel like sex is a big factor in relationships because, like you say, if it's not good, then it's
no reason to
Okay,
continue
so
this.
my question would be good. Let's unpack that real quick. All right, so
I know, because
we talking about good as
just gonna be a regular
stroke.
panel. Okay.
What are we talking about? Good as in stroke, as in length, as in wetness? Like, or are we talking about the whole package good? Like, what are we
the
talking
whole
it gotta
package.
be
The whole package. It's like
I thought good sex was just when neither one of them is selfish.
No.
What the? Who said that?
Okay.
No.
hopefully.
Hey,
We unpacking this. Everybody has their own.
It's first come, first serve in my
definition
house. My bad. Go ahead.
First come, first serve in your house.
Mm-hmm. So
So if you come first, everything's done.
yeah, but no, most likely I won't. It's usually a 3-to-1 ratio.
I was like, everybody, is this something in there? Wait, I totally missed that. I'm not gonna lie. What did he say?
Wait, hold on.
Keanu about to be like,
In your head, you be like, I know I wanted to answer to that question, but I really didn't want to answer.
I totally missed.
Well, when you're drinking, he know. When you drinking, you do whatever you want.
It's a different when you're drunk and then
Hey,
it's like
little
all
bit when
sex
you
is
inebriated
different.
with whatever.
Miss
Hey.
you sex, I love you sex, drunk sex,
Yeah.
like all that is
Pregnancy sex.
pregnancy. Oh, that there is.
You sit over there.
Yo, this is cool. Dang, like should we be like a once a month? Really though, and just like get into
But yeah,
whatever,
'cause that's
man.
The unpacking though, because everybody has it. Because I've met people that have had sex with other, like they were in relationships with somebody, it didn't work out. Years later, they get with that particular person. And she was saying, "Oh, this is awesome. It was great. This is the best dick I ever had." And then the other person get with that person, and it's like, that was garbage.
Because
trash.
there are 5
You
stages,
know
but
what I'm saying?
there's 5. I ain't gonna get into this because there's 5 types of penis, and so it depends on which one he decides to give you at a time. Now, what I would ask is,
Miss you sex.
do women grade as men grade? Because we grade off of head game, like B-. All right, what was her ride? She rode that was like a
Rode that
C,
like a soldier.
C,
She rode
but
it like
she
a
threw it
soldier.
back. She threw it back straight.
Hey,
Hey,
right,
that's
that's
straight.
right.
Hey, she throw that shit back.
The
So
arch
is
is
it an
look,
average?
Yeah, you average it
Okay.
out.
So if the
And that's
head,
the all
head
around.
is okay.
But you would be surprised
but
if
if
somebody
you
makes
throw
a
it
B
back,
in a
that's
head
a
game because people head
100%
game be
you good.
trash.
Oh yeah.
but I put it like this: on the first sexual
It's like
day,
please go to college.
do you? I mean, do they reflect the whole relationship?
No.
Like, okay,
'Cause
let
I'm
me
not
do
giving
it
you
one more
everything.
time.
Nah.
I
Okay.
don't know if there's one more because
So
I
if her
got people
head
that
is
give
trash,
good
you don't
head
get
game, but the
Huh?
dick is
Like,
horrible.
if her head is trash, do you hold back from what you finna
No.
fuck her with?
If your head
He
is
said
if your
it's the average.
if it's average. So if your head is trash, then I'm just supposing you ain't sucking
right,
enough
I'm like,
dick in your
okay.
life, or because some cats, and this is what pisses me and my family off. Some cats just lucky enough. They just feel like they lucky enough to get hit. Nigga, teach her something. Like tell her this does not feel good. Stop using your teeth.
That's
If you
what
bite
I'm
me
here for.
again, I'm gonna have to knock you in your
That's
forehead.
what I'm here for. I can teach classes. Let's just go ahead and oh my
Get at her.
Seriously, I have put together like a business plan to like
www.
Yeah.
I
Y'all
teach
feel
head.
like the
dot com.
Yeah.
lady kind of like
Head
thing.
doctor.
did all that, but
I-
I'm not finna knock her shit, but whatever.
Who,
But
Superhead?
cats need help too, cause I know some they be tripping. I mean, my sister, she dated a guy, and I hope he never watches B-Tap show. But my sister did tell me
Hold
that
on.
when you hold on, no, I hope you never, cause she told me that when he was just taking his pants off, he got so excited.
Yeah.
Like exactly, and she was just
Yeah.
sent him
I've
out
had-
the
I've had-
apartment and called me. She was like, "Can you believe?" I was like, first of all, I do not need to know that you was doing." But he did what? He was taking his pants off.
Right.
What?
He ain't never
I had
really
to do
just.
I had the whole lingerie with the straps and the buckles on for Valentine's
snap.
Day. He came in, saw it, and straight came, and it was over. And I was like,
Without being touched.
Oh my God!
without being touched.
Like, that
So
shit
now
is-
y'all just
yeah.
looking at each other like the Diddy man.
Trying to
See, and that's why you got it before you even have a real focusing relationship. You have to test out the product.
Did
Yeah,
we
I
get
agree.
here? How?
My bad. I
Here's the
apologize.
thing, though. I think it should be talked about much more, though. I think the fact that a lot of people are uncomfortable with talking
Talking
about
I talk about
sex
it a lot.
and talking about.
Should
I mean,
we-
but I know you comfortable. I'm comfortable, but a lot of people don't talk about it. And then
Right.
you get people that talk about it, and then if I talk about it with you, I'm just having a conversation. We discussing things, we getting things out or whatever. You taking your clothes off, pulling out a cup, like, no, I don't want to have sex with you. We just had a conversation.
But see, my thing is,
about it.
but who gonna say, yeah, I can eat pussy good, but my dick ain't really that big. Who's going to say
I
that?
wish people would say that and make life much better. Okay, so I'll come to you just for the head, and I'll go to him for the dick. That's how we gonna do this today.
So if it's not good,
Consciously tapping out. I'm tapping out. Y'all, I don't know what I'm going to do with this panel. Y'all let me know.
You gotta know your
my
skill.
vibrator in my purse.
Oh!
It's not dead ass.
Y'all let me know.
What do you mean? Dead ass. I'm not leaving out of whatever driveway or parking spot we are fucking in. I'm not.
so he said, I'm gonna be looking at my blinds and like, she's still there? Like,
Cause that shit trash.
Oh.
I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I'm so
I hate the conversations that why you ain't calling me back. You know, we did this one time and you ain't calling me back. In my head, I be thinking because your shit was trash. Now do I
give
tell
me
you that
feedback.
or
Yes,
not?
yes,
I need
you
that
tell 'em.
feedback. Yeah.
You be
Give
honest.
you a Yelp
Should
review.
they not know? Should they? Wouldn't they know? Like
I'll
after
comment
after that happens, and then there's
No,
that
because they
complete.
got
Because women
theirs
lie.
and they thought it was great.
I put
I'll
it-
comment on
Look,
the
y'all,
post
hold
with
on.
a face
Look.
and a heartbeat. Like,
Look, they maybe they gonna be a whole series. I don't know. Maybe we gotta meet up every third Sunday. Like this is no, really
Yeah.
though, because this is great. But this
sorry.
is bad. No, thank y'all for listening and watching to this part 2 of all things dating and all things in between, all things afterward, all things before,
was that a
all
code
things
word?
in your purse. Okay?
All things in between.
in the driveway.
Y'all just niggas out be like,
It's called self care.
So okay. Who knows? I really don't know. We gonna see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this panel, about this episode. Thank y'all for listening with B-Tab and everybody else here. Y'all check out the Cypher. Go to YouTube. Watch this again. It's funnier to watch than when you're listening as well. Good Lord. Bye y'all.
My bad, B. I'm sorry. In 2019, I don't need to be in a relationship to have relations. I don't need to know your name, favorite color, nor astrological sign, and that small talk is so 9 years ago, cause now it's just a waste of time. Let's get straight to it, do it, get it over with, and get through it. To a few of y'all, it might sound stupid, but the truth is, it's 2019. Where jumping in inboxes have replaced real dates. Eyeliner is really the eyebrows on your face, and gum has gotten rid of the toothbrush and toothpaste faster than Axe body spray did away with deodorant. GoFundMe exists, so no need for life insurance. Baby showers is just as good as weddings, similar to how LOL can stand in for just kidding. That's why in this year we're currently living, we straight banging, unprotected dick slanging and titty swinging. Ain't no gift bringing, life changing, and definitely no baby naming. It's lights, cameras, if you all about that action. A little foreplay, but don't mention passion. We just smashing. The other stuff is so old-fashioned, and it's 2019. Where we go out to social events just to stare at our phones and got 3,000 friends on Facebook, yet still full alone. Instead of using our words, we send our friends gifts, pictures, memes, and emojis, just like they did back in the day. You know, put pictures on walls, but we say it's different because we got technology in 2019. And I can't wait till 2020, because then I ain't got to pretend like I memorized what color your eyes are. And you'll care less if I got my own place, job, or a call. And that safe face-to-face contact, what's that all about? If you really want to get to know me, just check out my YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Match, Kristen Mingle, Bumble, and Snapchat Facebook accounts. I mean, time's almost running out in 2019, so what you waiting for? With those new blow-up dolls now out soon, I won't even need you no more. And I'll let you pause for a minute while I check this meme. She sent me a water symbol and her pen. I wonder what that means.